But, said the Abbé, I would speak to you of a large sum amounting to 5 millions. The very sum you named, whispered the inspector in his turn. However, continued Faria, seeing that the inspector was about to depart, it is not absolutely necessary for us to be alone. The governor can be present. Unfortunately, said the governor, I know beforehand what you are about to say. It concerns your treasures, does it not? Faria fixed his eyes on him with an expression that would have convinced anyone else of his sanity. Of course, said he. Of what else should I speak? Mr. Inspector, continued the governor, I can tell you the story as well as he, for it has been dinned in my ears for the last 4 or 5 years. That proves, returned the Abbé, that you are like those of Holy Writ, who having eyes see not, and having ears hear not. My dear sir, the government is rich and does not want your treasures, replied the inspector. Keep them until you are liberated. The Abbé's eyes glistened. He seized the inspector's hand. But what if I am not liberated, cried he, and am detained here until my death? This treasure will be lost. Had not the government better profit by it? I will offer 6 millions, and I will content myself with the rest, if only they will give me my liberty. On my word, said the inspector in a low tone, had I not been told beforehand that this man was mad, I should believe what he says. I am not mad, replied Faria, with that acuteness of hearing particular to prisoners. The treasure I speak of really exists, and I offer to sign an agreement with you, in which I promise to lead you to the spot where you shall dig, and if I deceive you, bring me here again. I ask no more. The governor laughed. Is the spot far from here? 100 leagues. Okay, so the money is back, and by that I mean, if you remember back in the Chateau d'If chapter where Dante was imprisoned, and we learned first of the Abbé, who was the previous inhabitant of Dante's cell before he was thrown in a dungeon. The governor, the turnkey, had said that the guy was mad. He was thrown in the dungeon because he kept offering everyone money to be set free, and it comes back here. But what do we take of this? If we're staking our claim that Faria is not insane, that maybe he is just a genius that's being seen as mad, could he be telling the truth about this money? Is there actually money? And how much money? My God, he what's he say here? After he offers 5 millions, after he offers, $5 million, 5 million francs, then he ups the ante a little bit and says, I will offer 6 millions and I will content myself with the rest if they will only give me my liberty. Like 6 million francs is just sitting there. I mean, and then he's not even blinking an eye on that. He's like, I'll be happy with the rest of the money, and you can have 6, whatever. So that's a fortune. How much do you think there actually is, if there actually is a treasure, or is he using this as a bribe? But here's the question, though. The governor is saying he's been saying this for 4 or 5 years. Why would he keep up this this ruse as a bargaining chip if no one's ever latched onto the idea in 4 or 5 years? So that leads me to believe that there is actually a treasure out there waiting for him. And 100 leagues. Now, let me do my own stupid research here, because I'm a dumb American. And how many miles is a league? You get to hear my stupidity in real time as I look this up. A league is defined as 3 miles. So when he says 100 leagues, it's 300 miles away. A little Tommy Boy action for you there. The specifics of how much he's offering and how far away it is, I believe him. I think there's something out there. And the inspector, too, what did he say here? If I had not been told beforehand that this man was mad, I should believe what he says. Now, would he actually believe what he says, or is he just tempted by this offer? Who wouldn't be? You can start to see how man's motivations tend to change when presented with an opportunity to change their position in life. You can imagine the inspector here going, well, if I had 6 million francs, Jesus, I wouldn't be in here in the dungeons with all these prisoners and this governor asking people how the food is. I'd be out doing my own shit. I'd be, in the asylums conducting the researches myself. I'd start my own asylum and have my own petri dish of prisoners to do, Stanford prison experiments on. That got dark. Sorry. But to lay in even further to what the Abbé is saying here, like, if I deceive you, just bring me back. Like, what do you have to lose by taking me up on this? If I'm gonna be in this jail until I'm dead, that fortune's gonna just disappear to the ages. Someone should benefit by it, and I'm offering it to the government. I mean, provided I get to keep a little bit. But he's even saying, like, I don't want this to die with me. I believe him. You know what? Yes, I would take the 6 million, but I do genuinely believe him here. I wonder if we're gonna learn the truth by the end of this chapter. Tomorrow's the penultimate episode, so stick with me as we continue through chapter 14. Until tomorrow, okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.